Örebro is a town with a magnificent castle and a gorgeous boardwalk, but I'm not here for either of those. Today I'm gonna check out RetroMania level 5. First I need to get in though. The queue is quite enormous. RetroMania is infamous for having huge lines. I wonder if the wait is gonna be worth it. RetroMania is an annual marketplace for toys, video games, comics, board games, and all kinds of geeky things. Today's event is called RetroMania Level 5 because it's the 5th annual market. The first market was held in 2017, and if you're good at math, you'll notice that the numbers don't really add up. RetroMania Level 2 was held in 2018, Level 3 was held in 2019, and then there was a 2 years gap for obvious reasons until 2022. But now it's 2023, and it's time to explore everything you can find at this humongous nerd fest. First impressions of RetroMania, it's insanely packed. There are so many people and not much space to walk around in. You're selling a lot of retro stuff here. What's your favorite retro console?
That would be the GameCube for sure. That's my favorite. Yes.
Yeah. Fond memories of that one?
Yeah, but I'm older than that. So my first was the Nintendo 8-bit, but the GameCube, something special with that one, I think. And I love those small little discs. Yeah. It's nice for collecting.
What's your favorite game on the GameCube?
Ooh, that's a hard question. But what I play mostly is like Burnout, actually. Yeah.
You're Emily from Gaming Grannar. What do you think is so fascinating about retro collecting?
I think it's the culture and everything around it. I think it's so... I feel happy when I see all this old stuff. So for me, it's love.
Nostalgia-driven love.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your favorite retro console?
It has to be the Super Nintendo.
What's your favorite game for the SNES?
It has to be Zelda. Yeah.
A Link to the Past is glorious.
Absolutely the best game ever. Yeah.
What's the worst game you've ever played?
It has to be FIFA, I think. I hate football, so...
So you find a rarity here.
Yeah, I did actually. I played the first game with my dear friend, and I've been looking for the second one, and now I found it. And I mean, I could of course look for a closed one, but now I got closed one, and I'm super happy with it.
Yeah. So are you gonna open it?
I probably will, but I would probably make a thing of it, and like you said, smell it and stuff like that. But yeah, or I will maybe keep it like this forever and just imagine it.
Your stand is at the very end of the market. Yeah. Do people find their way here anyway?
Yeah, it's totally crazy. It's the end of the line, so it's fantastic.
There are so many people here, aren't there?
It's so crowded, and the best thing with being in the end is that we have the air. The air is always clear at the top, so it's fantastic to be here.
You get to breathe. That's luxury.
Yeah, that's a luxury in this locale today. So yeah.
So you found an Engage game.
This is hilarious. One Engage game in the whole area. Fantastic. 100 Swedish crowns, dirt cheap.
What is your favorite console?
My favorite console is the Nintendo 64.
Which game is the favorite game?
Mario Kart 64.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So not GoldenEye or stuff like that?
No, Mario Kart. I used to compete in Mario Kart, so that's why I love it so much.
Were you good?
Yeah, I was #1 in Sweden.
Bloody hell!
Back in 2001. So it's been a while ago. It's like 22 years ago.
I'm in the presence of a celebrity here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Atomic Ranger Warriors. I've never heard of that. Is it a knockoff or something really old? I like X-Men, but I'm not gonna pay 800 for one comic book. Look at that! It's a turtle van. I would have loved that in the 90s. Toilet Taxi. I'm not really sure what that is, but it sounds awful. I've never heard of Mythic Legions before, but apparently it's imported from the US, and it looks pretty cool. These RetroPie cases are so cool. I bought myself a NES one actually and made it myself. But here you can buy a pre-installed RetroPie with a case. Convenience. The Amiga CD32 is not Commodore's greatest moments. It's basically an Amiga 1200 but worse in every possible way. Well, it has a CD drive, I guess that's one positive thing. The TAC2, wonderful memories of breaking these when playing summer games and winter games. That's wonderful. He can talk, and he can probably walk and stab as well. I think I found the perfect patches for antisocial people, or introverts in general. What an awesome pillowcase! It would look great on my couch, wouldn't it? Maybe. I love the variety of everything here. A stack of NES consoles next to a rocking horse. Everything you could possibly be interested in, you can probably find it somewhere on this fair. The Game8, an old Game Boy knockoff. Who hasn't heard of such classics as Galaxy Invaders and Cube Up? Castlevania Symphony of the Night for 3,000 Swedish crowns. It's an expensive hobby to collect these games. And this action figure is 3,500 Swedish crowns. Bloody hell. Have you made these dioramas yourself?
Yes, that's a hobby I have. I create dioramas, smaller ones and bigger ones up there, for example. Makes the toys pop a bit more, in my opinion.
Definitely, it's really amazing. It's such nice work. If I had space at home, I'd definitely get a diorama. And maybe a He-Man lamp as well. You're selling a book here, The Fabulous Destiny of Guthuri. What's that all about?
It's about fantasy and dad jokes, basically. It's just a half-orc trying to save the world, and, well, there might be a seagull or two in there trying to, do their seagull things.
Are they gonna poop the world to death?
Probably. A very basic fantasy story, but it's sort of inspired by Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and that sort of dry British humor.
One really good thing about walking around here is the retro music they're playing. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's Mega Man 3 in the background. Sorry. Could I ask, did you just buy that one?
Yes, I do.
So are you gonna have it next to your bed, maybe?
I have a little toy museum, so it's been perfect in my collection.
That's awesome, what a find. 200 crowns, right?
Yes, really cheap.
What's your favorite game console?
My favorite game console is Sega Mega Drive along with Super Nintendo.
No rivalry there?
No rivalry, because I never had any of them growing up, so I had the chance to play them both as a grown-up, and I love them as much, both of them. It's a lot of good games, and it's nice graphics. I like it. It's nostalgic, even though I never had one. But
do you have any favorite games?
Yes, my favorite games are I collect everything that has something to do with Castlevania. I'm a Castlevania collector. I have a lot of games, but not all of them. I'm looking. I saw some good games here, some Castlevania games, but I'm selling, so I can't go buy.
What's your favorite comic book?
Anything with Wolverine, Punisher, or Conan the Barbarian.
So it's gotta be raw and primal.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Wolverine is an all-time favorite, but Conan, that's not so common.
Really? It should be.
Yeah. Do you read the books as well?
Yeah. I enjoy everything with Conan.
When did you get started with retro collecting?
I've been collecting a lot with different times. So I've sold them off and I started again and stuff. But I'm born in the 80s, so I'm grown up with Mario and Metroid and stuff like that. So it started like before the 20th century there.
You have a Commodore 64 and an Amiga CD32 here, but what's your favorite Commodore computer?
By the computers, I would say the design, it would be the Amiga 1000. With some upgrades, it's the greatest computer.
You're selling a lot of action figures here. Who would win between Lion-O and He-Man?
I would say He-Man all day long.
Yeah, he's the strongest in the universe, of course.
Strongest in the universe, of course.
How do you feel about being a first-time seller at this event?
It's calmer because you don't have to be with a whole crowd all the time. So I like to be on the other side of the table. And they're very, very nice people that are buying.
Are you passionate about retro stuff?
Yeah, since I was a kid, I think. But I started collecting like 15 years ago. Now I have too much in the house, so I have to sell off some things so the children can fit in the house also. So yeah.
And there you have it. That was a quick look at RetroMania Level 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and be sure to check out this video as well if you want to see some more geeky stuff.